All right. Chapter 13. Chapter 13. There's a lot of interesting things in chapter 13, and you got to remember now the next chapter 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Right in through there is just a couple of hours. That's several chapters, and what you're getting into here is where Jesus is alone with his disciples. They're having the Passover and what people call the Last Supper, because it was his Last Supper, and this time is a very intimate time with him and his closest followers. So just a few hours pass. You know, the Last Supper is something a lot of people hear about. You may have seen the picture or painting somebody painted a long time ago. Kind of an interesting tidbit as you look in that painting and there's a one person holding a knife. You have to look real closely. And that's Judas. So history would say the painter depicted him that way. But the Last Supper is also, if you're new to the Bible or you know, really just starting to get interested, it's the reason that churches have communion, or at our church we call it the Lord's Supper, and it's done in remembrance of what takes place here in. Well, not so much, but it's done in remembrance of chapter 13 and what takes place on the cross. And I was going to say something I noticed, because I've been going over all these lessons and mentioning in there, and I really do. I can beat up on religion pretty good. I have no time for it. That's what man does with God. I like what God says about himself. But it almost sounds in there like I don't think church is important. I do think church is important. Jesus loved and gave his life for the church. You know, it's instrumental in every Christian's life. But as I was reading through there, I was trying so hard not to make it a church-centered study that it almost comes off as if I think that's not important. It is. But anyways, chapter 13, the Lord's Supper, the betrayal, the things in there are astounding what you learn. Chapter 13, and then we will get into a short little chapter, chapter 14, and amazing. One of people's most favorite texts are inside of there. Anyways, we'll see you in chapter 14.